Hello everyone and welcome to another Minecraft Top 5 with Junior Admin Fwipp. Today's Top 5 ways people will try to kill you outside of PvP. That's right, these are things that I've noticed keep coming up. So if you're out there on a survival multiplayer server, this might be some things you might want to be aware of. So to start off with, I have my dishonorable mention, which is simply typing in shift kill streak. Now, on this server, we've got it disabled, as you can see. But basically, everywhere else, there's probably a good chance that if you type in shift kill and then something else, anything, like kill diamonds or / kill score, that will likely cause you to kill yourself. Why would people want you to kill yourself? Well, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? When you die, they get all your items. I happen to be carrying just a couple of gold things on me right now, but anyway, I'm just saying, anything with shift kill in the name, if people tell you to type it in, know that it's going to do basically the same effect as this. That's right, shift suicide still exists here on this server, and this is exactly what it's going to look like if you happen to fail for this. It's only a dishonorable mention because it's pretty obvious, but, you know, people are going to try to do this out there. You need to be aware of it. It's not number 5 because lots of people are aware of it, and if people aren't, you know, just watch out. See, look at that. Everybody notices it when you kill yourself too, so it's kind of unfortunate. So just watch out there. Now then, number 5 of ways that people will try to kill you outside of PvP is using harming potions / poison, or like using flame arrows. Now, as you can see here, this only gets number 5 because we've actually fixed this problem. I'm throwing poison potions everywhere and nobody's actually poisoned. That's probably due to plugins. But anyway, any server that you're on out there, it only takes a few people to ruin nice things. So even if it's a PvP server that generally usually has poison potions, chances are they've been removed just because of people killing you in safe zones. So if there are safe zones, be aware that sometimes fire arrows actually can deal damage to people. Harming potions can probably kill you even inside of them. So what's a good way to avoid this problem if people are using them? I'd say just don't go AFK in safe zones. You know, because that's definitely one way that people could hurt you. Just be careful out there generally, I'd say. And if there are lots of poison potions and stuff going around, just be aware of that and maybe just stay away from random person. Because as you can see here, even though everyone's warning me not to use it, they do absolutely nothing, do they? They even think I was hacked because obviously it's against the rules to use them, but that's because, well, they don't do anything anymore, so isn't that lovely? Look, I'll just sit here and drink this, and it won't even hurt. It's absolutely funny, isn't it? Anyway, guys, I guess we will move on to number 4. But remember, just be careful, and if anybody's kind of holding a bow or a bunch of these potions in their hands, I'd say just watch out, because you never know what might be out there on a multiplayer server. Alright, so the number 4 reason how people are possibly going to attempt to kill you outside of PvP, well, does this look familiar to you, anybody out there? Giant stone pillars of nothingness up high? This is particularly prevalent on servers where TPA here is allowed. Basically, what happens is this. They'll just ask somebody to casually teleport to you, and then they'll hold shift. Why are they holding shift? Because as soon as you teleport to them, you'll actually end up on this massive pillar. And then, once you come up here, there's only so far you can be. Until, whoops. Yeah, I didn't exactly see that, but I'm pretty sure Death Ripper just ended up falling to his death down there. And then, of course, all the way down there, he's died, and you can go and pick up his items. This was just a demonstration. Actually, nobody was killed in this without their consent, I think. However, a little bit later on, I do actually just end up murdering people. But it's all for the good of a video, right? There's no real harm done. Anyway, that's something you do need to be aware of. Don't accept random teleports from people you don't know, because, you know, one of the most common ways here, number 4, is just this. You falling to your death from way up high because they teleported you to a device that murders them really quickly. And the number 3 reason that I believe people are going to try to kill you outside of PvP that you have to watch out for, I've seen this time and time again, and there are many ways you can do this, is quite simply some sort of piston trap to murder you and take your items. So in this case I've got here, prize dispenser, do not use please. Now what I've basically created here is, oh look, you can flick the switch and get an item, right? But, well, when you press this button, oops, yep, drops you right into lava. Usually you might have, like, water going to, like, a little room where you might just go AFK and get the items, but that's something you definitely need to watch out for. Why is that not working all of a sudden? Anyway, it was working earlier. I'll show you the tests. Now, the funny thing to keep in mind is that I didn't tell anyone that this actually worked. So, here we have JPM and then Killer Quill also. It's something to watch out for. How do you avoid it? Well, I suppose you just have to watch out for strange and suspicious levers. I've seen people build houses and have traps and claim that the trap is actually their doorbell. So, you know, just be really careful out there and be aware of redstone things, because they always take an activation, right? Maybe possibly a stone or a wooden pressure plate even, or a button. Anything really is what they could put out there, so just be careful. You know, who knows? That one lever in that one person's house might just drop you into lava instead of, you know, being a secret exit or something. And just for the record, this trap here is, I've placed it at the end of my maze, just for people that try to cheat through it. It is pretty much my sanctioned death trap. So far though, it's probably only killed 3 people, 2 of them, you know, being those, 2 or 3 of them being those curious moderators. Alright guys, let's move on to number 2. Now, the number 2 thing you have to watch out for when you're on a server that in multiplayer that people are probably going to try to kill you with is this is number 2 because of the prevalency and the simplicity of this. And simply it is trying to murder you with a flint and steel. This is so bad that here on Hardcore server we had to disable flint and steel for quite a while, just so people would stop trying to murder you with it. But pretty much, if you enter like a gate area, you know, you might, you know, just have some random weirdo with one of these things running around trying to set you on fire, because fire's pretty good at killing you, even if you're wearing armor, so it's definitely something to watch out for. How do you avoid getting killed by this? You know, even because they're probably going to run after you and stalk you with this for a long time. How do you avoid it? I would say, jump in water. I don't know about you, but I'd say if you're in water, flint and steel is pretty ineffective, isn't it? I would assume so. At the same time, servers are big places, so possibly if you go back to spawn, or you go back to shop, or you go someplace like this, chances are they're not going to follow you anymore. They're just looking for a victim to steal the items from, right? And also, flint and steel might be dangerous for them because, you know, if fire burns items away, so they've got to do it, like, in timing, right? They've got to run up to next to you and attempt to set you on fire. Like, watch. If I run up to EIEVIU, can I set him on fire? Well, not unless he's moving too. So maybe simply, you know, not panicking might be your best bet if you're worried about somebody killing you with flint and steel. Some servers actually disable it for this reason. At the same time, I mean, that means you can't, like, nether portals. Also, watch out for fire charges. It's exactly the same effect, pretty much. But flint and steel is much more prevalent because it happens over and over again. And it's just a really good griefing tool that just might not be turned off. I mean, TNT is a wonderful griefing tool, but most SMP servers have, you know, completely blacklisted it for that obvious reason of, you know, come on, TNT blows up houses. So that doesn't make my list, but flint and steel certainly does, because not only is it everywhere, but there are a lot of people running around who think it's great fun to kill you. So, just something to watch out for. Alright guys, I bet you probably saw this coming, but maybe you didn't. But my number one reason here, I come to you in creative mode and completely invisible. What do you suppose the number one reason that you need to watch out for on servers for people to try to kill you is very simply every server pretty much out there is going to have a PvP arena. Why? Because it's just a different method of the game that lots and lots of people seem to enjoy. If you don't have a PvP section on your server, you're probably doing it wrong. You know? It's just so common for there to be an arena. Now, like I was saying there, teleport killing is quite dangerous, right? You might get teleported on top of a thing and then fall to your death, but this has to be the number one way that people are going to try to kill you that you need to be aware of, is if they are in a PvP area, they will attempt to TPA you into the PvP arena. It basically, number one is arena setup. Okay, they will have, say, 4 people, full diamond armor, full diamond swords, whatever. The point is, you don't expect it. You might even think they were a friend. I've seen people saying, I need help, can you TPA to me? And then you say, okay. And then while you TPA to them, and you're waiting for them to get set up, they, like, hide out somewhere in the arena, you show up next to them, and they murder you and steal all your items. How fun is that? It's very difficult for us to manage, because we can't just remove the PvP arena, huh? We're not going to remove teleport commands. I mean, we can, to a certain degree, remove items, right? Like, we can get rid of flint and steel, so people can't burn you. We can remove potions, so people can't get killed with that. But it's just a way that people like to abuse the system to murder you. So the only way you can avoid this, I would say, is quite obviously, you need to just don't accept teleports from people you don't trust. It kind of goes without saying in a little bit, I suppose, but I'm kind of sad to say you need to expect that people are going to abuse the system to murder you for their own benefit. But another thing I would say is, don't wander around servers with important items on you. Chances are they've got some kind of chest protection. Here we use lockette, right? So keep your important items inside locked chests. Basically, you just have to take care of yourself, really. Like I said, don't accept strange teleports from people, don't carry your important items with you, and the only way that moderators and administrators can catch it, really, is if people report it on either, like, a mod request system, or on forums, or, like, in the messages, or something like that. You know, basically, take screenshots. You know, it's really hard to manage it, because in the logs, it'll show up as a regular PvP kill, unless you specifically tell us that there's a group of people running around teleporting people into PvP to murder them. We won't know it's any different, right? So, anyway, just something to watch out for. I hope this video was informative. Again, part of a server moderation is making the play environment fun for everybody as possible. So, people who go and turn a non-PvP environment into PvP certainly ruins the fun for people. So it's just something to watch out for. Protect yourselves out there, guys, and have fun. This is Junior Admin Fwipp from Hardcore Server, signing out. See you next time.